Obviously, you know who the people are that maybe have done the things that you want to do. You have an idea of what your big picture of what you would desire the outcome to be from these people, but you can't ask for that until you've given them a bunch of value first. Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of Light Pink, best-selling author, 3-time fitness world champion, and I'm a crazy, multi-passionate entrepreneur. My journey has taken me everywhere, from being a broke waitress, barista, retail associate, and personal trainer with massive anxiety and no belief in myself, to later becoming a multi-millionaire in love with my life. In 2007, my husband and I lost everything. We found ourselves hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt at rock bottom. We had no ideas and I had no education to fall back on. This is when I found personal development and learned everything I could about business. Not by choice, but because I realized no one was coming to save me. The conversations on this podcast are going to let you know that you're not alone and that we all feel like we don't know what we're doing. We're going to give you the tools to help you face your fears, take action, start your business, and grow those massive dreams that are keeping you up at night. It's time to create a life that you can't hide from and put so much on the line that your higher self is forced to come out. You're going to stop waiting for someone to approve of you and you're going to anoint yourself. Because I'm obsessed about building businesses that give women a platform, I want to feature you. So if you text the word podcast to 310-496-8363, you can get your questions answered on our Q&A segment along with a shout out. And if you rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast, we're choosing someone every month to get coached and featured on our show. It just might be you. So let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. It's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration, and I love that you are doing it. You're choosing to take 5 to 15 to 20 minutes max just to adjust your mindset, really choose positive propaganda, and choose how you want to look at the day. Because as human beings, it is so easy to look at the negative, and we're actually wired to look for what's wrong for survival. So it goes against what feels natural, right? Some people feels totally natural. Most people, it does not. So that's why I created this podcast, is because I am one of those people who woke up not happy every day. So that's why Earn Your Happy resonated with me so much. I have to do a routine every single day and choose my thoughts in order to start feeling the way that I want to feel. And I have been talking so much about networking on this podcast, probably for the past 2 weeks, if you've been tuning in. And also on my other podcast, Girlfriends in Business, with Allie Webb, founder of Drybar, and Brittany Driscoll, founder of Squeeze. And, it's because it's a hot topic. If you want to grow, if you want to feel good, if you want to feel connected in your life, you're going to do that through relationships. And I want to give a little bit more insight into networking and really using your network to extract the gold, to really be able to use it for what human beings are supposed to be used for. And that is connection and helping each other. And if you've ever heard me talk about how I believe that we have been created, it's that sometimes we think that we are the entire puzzle piece or we are the entire puzzle and we just have it inside of us. But I believe that we get glimpses of the entire puzzle, and that is our trajectory of our life. And we are just one puzzle piece, and everyone else is just one puzzle piece. And we're walking around and we're looking for where all of these puzzle pieces fit. And as that image of your purpose changes and that image of your vision in your life's dream, because you get many of them throughout your life, the different chapters in your life, you have to unclip from those puzzle pieces sometimes, and you have to go find those new puzzle pieces in those new networks. So what I want to do is I want to help you with kind of honing in on your network and how to build that. So I'm going to give you a couple tips today that are going to be huge for actually being able to use your network to get further in life and feel better. So the first thing that you want to do is understand what your vision is and know, what are the pieces of the puzzle that are missing. So looking at the big picture and saying, if I was going to put this puzzle together, start putting this puzzle together today, what would be the first puzzle pieces that I need next to me? I don't know if you guys have ever put a puzzle together. I'm sure that you have as a kid. And what I was taught to look for were the outside corners. So look for the pieces of the outside corners and start building from there. And so you look for the four corners, and those were obviously the pieces that were different than any other pieces. They had those two 90-degree right angles, right? So you look for four pieces with those right angles. And that's the start. That's what you're going to shake out. You're going to look at all of these puzzle pieces. And what happens is people normally go, where should I start? I get so overwhelmed. You're going to look at what your first steps would be to, if I were to start this business, or, whether you're in the middle of your business or not, maybe you have a booming business, but you just have this next step. What are the things that you need in order to take that next step? So that's what you're going to do. And then you're going to say, who are the people who have done this before? And who should I start focusing in on who might have these answers? You're not even going to be like, yes, this person over here has the answer. You're going to be like, who might have these answers? Who's done this before? Who runs in these circles with these people who might have experience or connections to these other places? Sometimes you may not even know how to get into those main circles. So you might say, who might have a connection to these circles that is maybe within a bit of a grasp for me? And I want you to build a story because I actually want you to believe that even the people who feel untouchable are reachable. We need to start telling ourselves that story because they are. There are many stories out there of people who have been able to contact, mentors, who've been able to contact celebrities, all of these things. I see it all the time. I'm like, with a podcast, I'm like, how did you get Matthew McConaughey on your show? Oh, I just asked all the time. Oh, well, I haven't even asked. So maybe I should start asking these, celebrity people that I would love to chat with. So those are the things. If you're like, well, I haven't even asked or I haven't even tried, there's your answer. You haven't even tried. So I do believe that everyone is accessible with the proper asking and proper approach. So get clear who that is. And then you're going to write down those maybe 1 to 3 people. Maybe you can go up to 5. I wouldn't go beyond that because this is about where you're going to put your energy. So I would do 1 to 3 people whose radars that you want to get on. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start listening to what they need. You're going to tune into their IG pages. You're going to tune into, you're going to get on their lists, on their email lists. You're going to read their books. You're going to listen to their podcasts. You're going to follow along with whatever it is that they're doing because you're going to start looking at what they are needing themselves. Are they pushing a program? Would it help if you started sharing that on your stories? Would it help if you started taking that program? How are you going to start showing up on their radar? So first you need to listen. And I want you to write down these 1 to 3 people's what you think, if they sat down with you and said, this is what I need right now, or this is what I'm focusing on, what would those things be? And then what you're going to do is you're going to say, how can I start adding value to their lives? Now, in the digital marketing world, this is called value stacking. So if I were to be selling a course, I would start stacking the value in there to be able to share that and say, if you buy this course early, I'm going to give you this, this, and this, all for the price of, this is worth this. So I'm going to tell you what each of those retail would be worth, but maybe I'm going to give you a deal on that and say, but I'm giving it to you all for this. So value stacking, continuing to say as I sell, I'm going to give you this, and this is going to be a bonus of it. And this is going to be another thing. So you're showing them all of this value and what that's going to cost for the value of what they are getting. So you're stacking all of this value, enough value for them to say, you know what? Yeah, that's my tipping point. That was enough value stacking that I am going to go hit the buy button. Essentially, you're not going to be selling these people, but what you're going to be doing is value stacking in a way that you show up every week on their radar, giving back to them. And you're not going to be a stalker. You're just going to be the person. And trust me, you absolutely want an engaged audience. So these people are going to feel happy and flattered when you are sharing their stuff or showing up on their comments. You're never like, oh, that person commented last week, or this person comments on everything I do. You're like, oh, that's awesome. I'm starting to recognize this person. And that is how you get on people's radar. So you're going to value stack, and you're going to actually do this very intentionally. So you're going to add this to your calendar. This is how you start building a solid network. So Obviously, you know who the people are that maybe have done the things that you want to do. You have an idea of what your big picture of what you would desire the outcome to be from these people, but you can't ask for that until you've given them a bunch of value first. So what that's going to look like is write those 1 to 3 people down, what they need, and now how you're going to show up in their radar once a week. And you're going to have this programmed into your calendar. I'm just going to use Mondays at 7 a.m. You're going to go on each of their pages and you're going to comment on their stuff. You're going to look in their stories and share whatever it is and tag them. And you're going to do swipe ups as well. So if you have the ability, you have 10,000 plus followers. If not, you don't have to do swipe ups. You can do everything I'm saying minus the swipe ups. But if you do, go to the link of what they're sharing and put it in there and make it easy for your audience to convert. Or to go swipe up and go and potentially buy or join or see what these people are doing. So on Monday at 7 a.m., you are going to go and share these 3 people's things. You're going to comment on all of their stuff and you're going to show up on their radar. So if you do this enough, there will come a point where maybe you are commenting back in their stories and you're like, maybe you're like, hey, I love all your stuff. I'm in your coaching program, or maybe you start showing up in their coaching program and you're like, I would love to ask you this one question, and write the one question. Make sure this is no longer than 1 paragraph. This should literally be the shortest sentences of your entire life. And the most clear, short sentences of your life, no big backstory. And then also let them off the hook on the last sentence. You can say, and I understand you may not have time, so do not feel like you have to answer, but this would be extremely valuable to me. And I absolutely follow and do everything that you say. And it's been such a huge value in my life. Most likely you will get an answer. If not, try it again. You can also do this. Maybe you're in a coaching group. Make sure you're seen in those coaching groups. That's one of the biggest things that Chris and I say. If you've joined a mastermind, if you've joined a coaching group, if you join something where they are on live, make sure you're seen. If you're not seen, then you're invisible. I want to say that again. If you are not being seen, if you are not making sure you're being seen within, using intention, then you are invisible. So these are the things that you're going to want to do, and you're going to want to do this consistently. So you might want to do this for 3 to 6 months to get on different people's radars. And that is how you're going to value stack and add it into your calendar. So you guys, I'm so grateful for you. I want to hear if you actually do this. So tag me and let me know if this is something that you're going to take action on. And I want to hear in a month how it's working for you. So I am so grateful for all of you. And until next time, earn your happy. Bye-bye. Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret, because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to Circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing, since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to Circle.so.
You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool.
Hey all, I'm so excited to share with you, Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show, and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys, make sure that you go subscribe to the show, Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it.
Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. And I want to make sure that you have my phone number, and I'm not kidding. Did you know that I have a community text number? For real. My phone number is 310-496-8363. This goes directly to my phone. All you have to do is text the word daily to 310-496-8363. And I literally text you every single day, Monday through Friday. I actually just got done 30 seconds ago texting a bunch of people back, and I talk to you all of the time. You guys, people always ask me how I got my community text number and how it works. Well, all you have to do is you can just go to community.com and get your own. Community makes it easy to get a phone number that you can use to build your audience using text. People just text you at your number and they're added to your group. Then you can text them out audios, video links, anything you want. You guys, I text out happy birthday videos. I love to send podcast links, thoughts about life, book recommendations, different events that I'm doing in the local area. Texting gets me out of the noise of social media and directly into your hand. And now you can start texting your people too. Just go to community.com to get your phone number. They give you a 10-digit real phone number, not those weird short codes that look like spam, but it's more than a phone number. Your new number comes with an inbox for SMS and texting. This means you can actually manage your text list from your computer and an app on your phone. You can schedule text to send at certain times and to certain groups. You can even set up auto replies or let your assistant or customer service team answer your text messages via Community's awesome dashboard. Just go to community.com and ask for a free demo. They'll show you how it works and get you your number. It's time to start texting your audience versus just posting on social media. Everyone uses Community for that. So go check them out at community.com. I can tell you it's not just great for communicating with my audience, but Chris and I use Community and our texts to also sell out our launches. I'm telling you, you get such an incredible response because you really are creating a true, deep sense of community, and it's so intimate. It's freaking amazing. Go check it out at community.com.